Okay, so here's the setup for tomorrow. Trevor's writing down all of the tasks for this build, for the take on the simulation for wind. So here is a finished product, how it looks on the site, how it's all put together. And the first thing is taking this that's 3 feet away from each individual site where all the towers are going to be built, the 10 of them, and you take it and you set it up like this, and then you start building based on what things have to be built. And it doesn't have to be in this order. We were just kind of saying that yes, indeed it does fit in the blue tape, right? And then you take all of the pieces and you build them up on the job site per person like this. And the cool thing, there's a couple cool things that we came up with. There's actual marks on here to show production versus initial QC and then owner QC basically. And then the owner QC has to be all of these marks, and they have to be like this. So that's one way to visually inspect. But then there's also a pad right here to connect the wiring of the actual unit, which is kind of a fun little thing. But that's the idea for the production that requires cranes. There's a number of cranes that are available, and they can only do certain tasks of work. And it also takes time to mob and demob, and that's why they're an actual stopwatch, is when you get on the job site, you have to go through the mobilization time, and then you can do your work. And then when you go to the next job site, you have to start your time to do that work, and you can't go until that thing beeps. So that's one way to identify the mobilization and the different types of cranes. These are RTs, the rough terrain cranes, right? And then these are the bigger 2 cranes. One can do top out, one can do the prep work, right? So that's kind of the idea between all of the different pieces. Trevor had a good idea with actually having some of the more complex things that you have to put together, because an actual battery and setup goes inside of this actual generator that is on this toy. And so this is a nacelle prep kit, and so that is coming kitted. So that's kind of saying one part, but those have to all go together when you actually prep this piece on the job site, because that is really how it happens in real life. So there's some fun things here, like doing the actual zip ties on the thing, so that is an actual consumable. But that's a really cool way to take the actual work for wind and apply it to a simulation to start talking about, well, how would we actually go through and do this? And what are some of those aha moments of like, how can we look at our work and improve the work? So hopefully you can see this idea and think about, for your type of work, is there something that we could put together for your specific, whether it's finding something that's kind of pre-made and tailoring it to yours, or maybe even 3D printing all of the parts that you need for a typical build of whatever type of project or whatever that you're working on. So hopefully this is a cool idea that you can see. We'll take some video and Trevor will be able to show you when we do this actual in real life.
MCC. What MCC and get it? Yeah, there's choice.
I think we made a 24-hour break.
Uh-oh. Well, I gotta go, Mark.
Yeah, no, the string's not.
There you go. Yeah, I ain't never seen baseball pass. I'll go over there for you.
Yeah.
They were good.
Ready to ride?
The plane.